Hello, everybody. Welcome to IT Skills channel. My name is Aiden. In today's news, we have Rivian. As you can see over the screenshot, we're talking about Rivian today because they're also doing some layoff. It seems like every EV company it has to do some type of layoff to survive. It's a survival of the fittest. And well, yesterday or the other day before, we talked about Tesla, how they are laying off 10% of their workforce globally. Rivian, on the other hand, is also laying off, and this time they were laying off 1% of their workforce. This is actually their second round of layoff. So unlike Tesla, who's doing their first round of layoff right now, ever, Rivian is doing their second layoff. They also did their first layoff around March, I believe, or earlier, and they did about 10% back then. So they're actually basically beating Tesla in terms of who can do the most layoff. And you can say that's actually not good for the EV market and those who own EV because you expect EV to stabilize. You expect EV to change the globe market in terms of cars. But right now, this news, you can see every company struggling. You have Lucid struggling. You have Rivian laying off, and they have backings. Rivian have a backing from Amazon and other notable companies. So they're not alone, but they're still struggling financially. They're still struggling to sell their vehicle. Part of the reason why Rivian is struggling to sell is because A is the demand and supply. The law of economics still in effect. If there's no demand, then there's going to be more supplies, obviously. So there's a lot of supply apparently, and there's no demand because people don't want to blow their hard-earned money on a car. That's number one. And number two is that Rivian has two vehicle model right now, the R1T and the R1S, I believe. That's their two vehicle, the SUV and the truck. They don't have in between car. Both of those cars are expensive. They're beautiful. I like them. I want them to drive it one day, but they're $100,000. Maybe you might be able to get a used version or somebody who's selling in Facebook Market for the likes of like maybe 89K or 76K or something. But it's still a lot of money we're talking about, and that money is not something that people can shell out in the times of difficulty in the economy. So yeah, Rivian struggle. It's no surprise. Lucid struggling, no surprise. Tesla struggling, no surprise, and Ford struggling, no surprise. All EV makers are struggling because people don't know if they want to invest in an EV that could cost a lot of money to buy, a lot of money to repair, also a lot of headache after they run out of warranty. Now, I say this like I'm not an EV believer, but I think personally, I still would buy EV and I already bought an EV. But if those of the people who, most of people don't buy EV because they don't want to invest that much. It's almost like to buy EV, you have to be in a let's just say almost a different thinking mindset. If you're worried a little bit, then you won't be even going near EV at all. So yeah, I mean, Rivian is struggling, no surprise. This is gonna go on for a while. Looks like stock market of Rivian failing. Investors were not happy when they were doing their this reporting, and that's why they were able to lay off a lot of people to please the investors. And now it looks like they're gonna continue to do that to continue making the number looks good for the investors. It's almost like the road of maybe the collapse will happen before the stabilization happens. Maybe it may not restabilize. It may be like a windfall for EVs for a long time, and that is where we have to consider of it. Whether you're a Tesla fan, Rivian fan, Lucid fan, or Ford fan, or even Kia fan or Hyundai fan, you have to worry about the EV market right now. And if you purchased EV for like let's just say extortion price, you also must be worried because it doesn't look like it's going to go up in value anytime soon, especially when they continue to reduce price every other day and also continue to show that they are struggling. That's a weakness you show into the market, and the market will do not like weakness. You have to almost pretend that things is going well even though it's not. But I guess they can't fake it for forever, right? Even if Elon, a billionaire, could not fake it that Tesla is gonna be good, they're gonna survive, this crazy market without layoff, then nobody can. Elon ended up having to cut 10% of his employees, and that includes some high level engineers apparently, and not just salespeople. Even though some articles just talk about sales, include a lot more. So yeah, I guess comment below. What do you think? Do you think Rivian will survive? Do you think this is the trend for EV? You think EV market will die down, forever, just like back in the days, or are they gonna actually maintain their dominance like they used to do a year or so ago? Let me know, and thanks for watching. Have a great rest of the day. Peace.